What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video I have just one question for you guys. How far would you go to support Kanye? As in this video we take a look at the unique way he plans on challenging the music industry. Now before we get started, I wanted to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, so make sure you guys check him out. And while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now, if you've been paying attention to this very chaotic Vultures album rollout at all over the last couple of days, then you'll recognize this photo right here as the updated album cover for Vultures Volume 2, which allegedly has been confirmed at this time to be Ty Dolla $ign holding a portrait of his incarcerated brother TC to raise awareness for him, so shout out to TC one time. And while Ye would seemingly distract everyone from the fact that he didn't drop the album this past March 8th by dropping this new random $20 merch collection on yeezy.com, he would go on to open Pandora's box, creating a ton of controversy amongst his communities after DMing some things to some questionable fan accounts. Now, after starting off with some good news with Ye responding to Vultures Volume 2 with the fact that they're still tweaking and working on the album, things seemingly took a turn for the controversial after the question was asked if this album would be available on streaming. To which Kanye suggested only making the album available on his website at yeezy.com, essentially sticking it to the music industry and allowing him to control his product. And while this particular fan account agreed with Ye, stating that it was a very good idea, the reactions of the online community were very mixed, with another big account receiving the following response from Kanye after bringing up the notion of this album being pirated, where Ye would go on to reference one of his collaborators, James Blake, who fired off the following rant earlier in the month, arguing for fair pay for all artists. And honestly, he's got some really good points, so if you guys want a video breaking that down, let me know. Now, just like I would tell my chefs in the Discord earlier today, I felt like we were watching another David versus Goliath situation in real time, this time with Kanye taking on the music industry, and he would go on to share the following message, stating that his goal is to fight for artists and create a better environment. Now, while the internet is currently ablaze while talking about Kanye's plans to not have this album available on any streaming platforms, I noticed that on his website yeezy.com they currently changed the order of his merch, with the pre-order for the physical and vinyl of Vultures Volume 1 being the first item, possibly suggesting that they are getting ready to make this Vultures Volume 2 purchasable and only available online. And while we're on the topic of streaming and whether or not Kanye should only make Vultures Volume 2 available online at yeezy.com, I wanted to share this clip of Snoop Dogg breaking down just how little he got for a billion streams.
They just sent me some shit from Spotify where I got 1 billion streams, right? My publisher hit me. I said, break that down, how much money is that? That shit wasn't even $45,000. That's crazy.
Now, with that being said, there are of course different levels to record label deals and the cuts that artists get, but as you can see, they really only get a sliver of the pie. Now, if you're watching this video and you're a longtime Ye fan, you might feel like this whole rodeo sounds a little bit familiar, and if it does, it's because it is, and I've got 2 words for you: Donda 2. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with the 2 words Donda 2, I'll paint the following picture. As essentially around 2 years ago, Kanye had the novel idea of pushing a brand new product known as the stem player, as you'll see pictured in the following photo, which was meant to be a brand new and innovative listening experience for the fans and a way for artists to push out their music in a new way, essentially cutting out the major DSPs or digital streaming platforms. And for a retail price of $200, it had some people caught up in arms. And while many fans were upset at the accessibility or lack of accessibility to Donda 2, meaning that you had to pay $200 to listen to it on the stem player, it wouldn't take long for Kanye to post that they made over $2.2 million in sales on the first day. Not before mentioning, to make the equivalent, they would have had to have over 500 million more album streams. So it's really not hard to see where Kanye's coming from. Now, with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are in the comments on this very controversial topic. Like I said before I started off making this video, I saw a lot of mixed reactions online, with a lot of people leaning towards piracy, which I totally get in this instance. However, I definitely understand the flip side of the coin, where Kanye wants to defend the artists and also make sure that everybody that worked on the projects gets paid. And while wrapping up this video, I also want to be aware of any comments that I made while bringing up any other fan communities or pages, and I definitely don't want to slight this, so I don't want there to be any kind of misunderstanding or confusion. So with that being said, I think this one is a little controversial, but I get Kanye's side, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are in the comments. As always, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Remember to stay safe out there, guys, and remember, it's lit. Straight up, and peace.